Hello again, Volkswagen fans, in cartoon form that is. We've got this relatively recent release here of the Volkswagen T2 flatbed truck. It's number 18 in the TinyQ Uno series, I believe. Alright, let's get a good old knife and open this up. But here's an image of the front. There's some licensing hologram, rubbery mirrors, nice lights, and legalese. Okay. So I bought this right off the TinyQ website. If you buy a bunch of bottles, the shipping isn't bad to Asia at least. So, and the pricing is really good, much better than choro-q. Alright, look at this. This thing's awesome. And I wonder what might have inspired this. I just don't know. Okay, so look at this thing. Yeah. Looks pretty good. In there. That's the only image I could find of it carrying Porsche. I'm guessing that's a Porsche just based on the rear end. I wouldn't doubt that this person bought this vehicle specifically to lug his Porsche 356 around, or she. But anyways, focus. There we go. All right, let's look at these wheels here. So it's cool, you know, these TinyQs and choro-qs. They have smaller tires in the rears, but in this case, because it's dualies in the back, it looks a lot cooler than usual. I generally actually like my tires to be the same size, but in this case I kind of like it having two giant rears and one small front. Alright, anyways, so you got the Volkswagen logo molded into the hubcap area, but the steel rim they're trying to represent is white, so that's nice. And the tires have good curvature like old school tires do, so pretty good. And then let's see, nice tight panel gaps because it's a plastic body. The door handle detail is pretty nice. Got like recesses, the handle sticking out. It's got a little dimple for the lock. The rubbery mirrors there, they're painted silver, so being rubbery, it could probably withstand a fall better than usual. The raised molding here is chromed. And then the windows are transparent, but they're extremely dark because they're just trying to hide the fact there's nothing up in there. But if you look, you can see my pick there on the other side. Alright, so this flatbed area, we have some reflector or running light details, painted orange and silver. But this thing is like brownish, just like that photograph. Another light back here. Let's go around to the front and get a better angle. Back out. So nice clear headlights are in a chrome bezel, nice clear turn signals in a chrome bezel, a separate chrome VW logo, nice ribbing detail, separate chromed bumper, plastic, and then the raised window molding is chromed. So very nice. This side looks identical to the other side, it seems. On the roof, not much, just a little raised section there. And then we have chrome on that back window, and then we have a nice texture, you know, looks like a bunch of grid texture, and then some little wheel chocks or whatever those things are called. And then it looks like there's a hinge we'll get to, but before I forget, we have painted on taillights, metallic red I think, and orange on top of silver, and just a blank license plate. So it's a real shame that they don't print something. If you're going to go through the effort of printing, you know, maybe that one extra step of black ink would be nice, or black paint. Okay, so this thing, yeah, so that becomes a ramp. Yeah, it works. And so there's also a texture here on this side and a different texture inside of it, so that's interesting. Okay, on the bottom we have treaded tires. They're rubbery, of course. Well, maybe you don't know, these are pullback toys. This one's the biggest one I've ever seen from TinyQ, so. Oh, it still moves really fast. So, yeah, that's a strong motor, that choro-q size motor. Okay, So you can see here, yeah, the axle is just, I guess, a friction fit in that little molding there. And this is the standard plastic base in the Uno series. Tells you what that is. Series, VW approval. There's a screw and then some tabs back here. It doesn't steer like the Pro Series does, but that's fine by me. I don't really play with those functions. I just want a cool looking thing, and this definitely looks cool. Alright, let's look at the other models here by TinyQ and some choro-qs. Yeah, that's the slowest setting. Alright, I'll start with the TinyQs. The first van I reviewed was this one here. It's got opening side doors. It's a lot of detail. This one's actually the best of the VW vans from this brand because the tail lights are actually clear plastic. But for some reason, I can understand them skimping on this because there's a lot of plastic extra material here. What I don't understand is this next one in the Uno lineup. This pickup. It has painted tail lights, but it doesn't have an interior. This one does have an interior. Alright, so this one just has the most going on for the VWs. And then this is second best probably, and then that's third best. But they're all better than choro-qs. So the choro-q van I have, this is from the Zero line, which is the best choro-q line out there. It's number 35, and it's painted on lights front and rear, you know, and then no interior. You know, it's just smoked plastic. You can see right through to the other side. It is a pullback motor as well, and then the tires look a lot flatter. They don't look as realistic. So choro-q is just not as good. I wish they would improve. They have every ability to improve. They just choose to not do it. Even this cheap Kinsfun I bought at a gift shop for a few bucks is better. An interior. This is actually die-cast metal too. Well, not that I care about that. It's a pullback toy. And clear headlights, you know, separate bumpers and stuff. Actually, the Zero has separate bumpers too, so. Alright. Let that spin around again at this angle. This is definitely higher, right? And I think we're going to need to put something on the back of this. Let's see, will the van fit? No, actually, I would actually expect the van to fit, but it does. Alright, let's try to fit a few other vehicles here. So, we have a TinyQ Pro. So the Pro has the steering, front, and a metal base. And it comes in a crystal box. But otherwise, detail-wise, it's quite similar. So I'm perfectly happy with the Unos. Since they all have the same spring motor, I guess they mostly have the same wheelbase. So I'm going to assume almost all the TinyQs will fit on this thing. This one has painted taillights, unfortunately. Alright, so we know that works. Here's another choro-q Zero, but more classic. An old Alpha Giulia. And, yep, that works. It even has more space between the tires and that rear chock. Okay, I think that's enough for that. And then here's a super old choro-q of a Porsche 906. And yeah, even that fits as well. Okay, so very cool. You want to make like a cartoon diorama, this is definitely, I think, a must-have. Even without the diorama, I think it's just a cool looking cartoon vehicle. Alright, so I got a new little Sith, who is this? I can't remember. Emperor Palpatine? Or Darth... is it Darth... What is this guy? He's a really bad guy from Star Wars. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. I'm still trying to figure out who made this, but it's actually licensed by Lucasfilm, so... But it's hollow on the bottom. If it was Bandai, I would think it would say Bandai. So if anyone knows who made this thing, I really like it. It's so goofy looking. This is the dude that shocked Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi. That's all I remember. But I forget who it is. Anyways, Alright, well, yeah, funky cartooned character next to a really cool cartoon Volkswagen flatbed wrecker pickup truck flatbed, whatever they're called. So very cool. This might this is the coolest TinyQ I've gotten in a while, actually. It's really neat. Alright, well, hopefully TinyQ will make some more molds, more releases someday, because I really like them. They're really they're really the best cartoon vehicles until you get to the resins. So, alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next haul.